Yeah. Once again, you know who it is. This is ROMEYMAK, Romy Mac. This is 2 Cents. Welcome to 2 Cents, where we talk about any and everything, give out 2 cents. Another episode, another week, more headlines and, things to discuss. So, we're not going to waste much time. We're kind of pressed for time anyway. So, we'll get right to it. Of course, my forever loving co-host of the 2 Cent Show, Karumbe and Sugar Booger, they're here. Family, what's going on? Good evening, good morning. Whenever everybody's listening to this, they're not gonna know what time it is when we recorded it. But good evening, good morning, all that. But just say what's up to everybody.
What up?
Yeah. And where's Mama Duke? Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. So we'll open up the show. Discussing, obviously we want to say rest in peace to that's not funny, but rest in peace to George Bush. I'll tell you why I'm laughing in a second, but of course George H.W. Bush died, which is George W.'s father, and Jeb Bush's father passed away. I think it was Friday, if I'm not mistaken. He passed away at 94. So he lived a long life. You know what I'm saying? Like he started to fade away. He started to look like Beetlejuice in the face with his skin. It's so funny, like how like when black people pass away, they use like the wrong pictures and shit, like on memes or like a newspaper, or use like the wrong person or whatever. Like they'll have like Morgan Freeman up there for when I don't know who recently passed away. I'll say like Maurice White from Earth, Wind, and Fire, because like we all look alike. So there's been a whole bunch of like memes of random ass older white men from they saying R.I.P. to George Bush. One had Jerry Jones from the Dallas Cowboys up there for me. One had who else they had? They used another old white man for it. That shit was funny. Because I get what they're doing, because that's exactly how they treat us in the news. But it's all in fun, much condolences out to the Bush family during this time, man. One of the presidents known for read my lip, and of course during the crack era, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, that's the crack era, the 80s. George Bush became president post Ronald Reagan shit.
AKA dropping barrels of
guns
off in streets of LA.
Yeah. So I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you guys got any members of like Bush or know anything prominent dealing with Bush, but I remember when we were living in Cuba that he was president. That's the only thing I really remember about George H.W. But other than that, man, that's all I got. I was a little boy when that Bush was president.
I remember that short war he had, that like couple of months of war, whatever the fuck it was. I was little then.
Desert Storm, right?
Yep. Storm. Yeah. He got that shit over with quick, boy.
Oh, he ain't playing no game. Yeah. Well, Bush, man. No, that's another meme I saw. That like it sure is. They had a picture of George Bush with flames behind him, and it says "Sure is hot down here." So mind you, this is no more than 24 hours after he passed away. Like, some people are very heartless in this world we live in, man. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they are, man. Think about all this shit.
Vietnam veteran, I believe he was a veteran himself. He fought. He
fought in World War II. He was a pilot in World War II. He was an officer in World War II.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
I mean, he wasn't dodging shit.
Nah. He definitely he's definitely more deserving of accolades of being a president than the current chief. You know what I'm saying, commander in chief. But I digress. Bush was old. He lived a long life. He saw a lot of things. He died shortly after the love of his life passed away. I think Barbara died, a year ago? That's normally how it goes.
A year ago, like 8-9 months or something.
Yeah, that's normally how it goes. You don't really have much more will to live. That could be like maybe that'd be like you guys. You know what I'm saying? Well, you think that would work for you, Jeff? Ebony passed away. You go next.
No, I'm celebrating.
That was Barbara's first love. There, that was in
So Eb, if Jeff goes, what about you? You'll die right after him.
Huh?
You guys are old, like in your 80s and 90s. If Jeff goes, you go right after him?
Depends on where we at that particular time.
I see. Well, I appreciate you guys' honesty. One's going to celebrate, the other is like, it depends on where we're going to be at that particular time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, a lot of other things that went on this week. Well, the movie didn't come out this week, but I saw it this week. But Bohemian Rhapsody. It's a story of the legendary British rock band Queen, known for many hits. We Will Rock You. Like the title of the movie Bohemian Rhapsody that we heard in at least our age group probably heard in Wayne's World. The song they sung it, in the car. And the movie, man, you know what I'm saying? Like it picks up right around the time they're like in their early 20s. And it just follows the group from there, and it's just compelling to see how they all came together. They was clowning on Freddie Mercury's teeth initially from the jump, you know what I'm saying? But his voice was so powerful that they overlooked that shit, and Freddie was like one of the most confident motherfuckers to ever grace this earth. But it's very common though, man, for like out and proud like gay men to be very confident individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like no fucking fear whatsoever. And that was just how he carried himself. Like he's just like, I have no fear, and he just did things. Fashion wise, he took risks. It was his idea for them to sell the van that they were traveling doing shows with, so they can record a demo and get that out, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? Everything worked out for them. But it was just a good movie. I like I was wondering if they were going to try to hide any of his as far as his personal life, being a gay man. I didn't know how in depth they were going to go with the climate that that we're currently in.
Gay. I did not know that.
Yeah, oh shit. You can see if you can look at that motherfucker and see that. You can see that. Either that or very, very flamboyant.
Back then, I was like, oh man, my gator. Yeah, I think that dude is gay. I mean, back then, but
I told you he was gay.
Yeah, Freddie was. Freddie died of AIDS in '91. He died of AIDS. So like we were just we were little kids, you know what I'm saying, when Freddie Mercury passed away. But his voice was like crazy powerful, and he was a genius of a musician, and obviously his music lives on forever. He's got one of the most unique voices in any genre of music, I would say. I know you could point his voice out in a crowd, like if you heard Michael's voice, like you know Michael's voice when you hear it. It was just so distinctive of musicians. And the movie itself, I think Ebony was reading earlier that is the highest grossing biopic.
You what?
You said it was the highest grossing biopic, right?
Yeah, that's what it said 6 hours ago on a website. It had posted here.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I thought they said the same thing about NWA. Maybe that's just a headline. I don't know. But I mean, it's good to see those, and we got another biopic coming up too, the Elton John, Rocket Man. That should be a pretty good film to watch. I'm looking forward to it. I don't really know, I know of Elton John music, but I was never like a devoted fan per se.
I fuck with LD, man.
Yeah, I definitely know about Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word, Rocket Man, what is it, Benny and the Jets, of course the entire Lion King soundtrack. That's really how I know Elton John, because of the Lion King and shit.
It is Sir Elton John.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, him. Yeah, him, sir, ma'am, however you want, whatever he chooses to be referred to.
Elton John.
Yeah. So these biopics, they're coming out. I think we're going to see And, you know, with all the technology we have, we should have some pretty interesting stories coming up, especially the likes of like the Jodeci one. The Jodeci shit gotta go. I think that shit needs to come to the big screen. You definitely want to see Jodeci on the big screen with the little information that I do know about how like Devon. I don't know if they'll put that in the movie, but like in Timberland's book, that he wrote, his bio that he wrote, he talks about how basically Devontae would like feed them scraps and shit, like when they lived in the basement, up in New York when they first started out, and like how Devontae would like take credit for their records and wouldn't put the word out. You know what I'm saying? Get help them. He just kept them where they were. You know what I'm saying? You know, obviously we know Timberland for the creative mind that he has, but Devontae was kind of like suppressing that and bullying them, you know what I'm saying? Like all of them, Missy, Timberland, Genuine, just making it so making it so they had to do whatever he said. Like they would always eat whatever was left, you know what I'm saying? They might eat a pack of noodles or some shit, but like if they ordered pizza, they would eat whatever Casey and JoJo wouldn't finish. Like it was that type of treatment, and that shit blew my mind. Reading that.
Yeah, I was listening to Pharrell and how he said he met all them and stuff, and how like they would make music for Teddy Riley and stuff, and like he was kind of saying the same thing, how all of them lived by each other, but he didn't want them to like make it, basically.
Yeah, that's
like he kept them around to make his shit hot.
Yeah,
basically that's what he was. Timberland, Pharrell was saying the same shit.
Yeah, you know what's wild about that is Pharrell came to Timberland right when he first really started getting he was about to move into something big with the music, and Timberland wasn't ready. So Pharrell always told him, "Yo, whenever you try to doing this shit, holla at me." So literally, this had to be like late 80s, early 90s, because I think they're still in high school at the time, and they're about the same age. And and the Timbo meets Missy. He met Missy through like a mutual friend, and Missy's obviously from Portsmouth, P-Town, back home, 757. She comes over there, and he had never heard anybody sing over hip hop beats the way that they're known for now. And they would rock with each other, and then one time Missy was the one. Timbo talks about that all the time. Missy was like the Freddie Mercury of their group, saying that, "Yo, we're gonna make it. You got to do something with this shit." Jodeci had a concert, and they were in Norfolk, I think. Yeah, they had to be in or Virginia Beach, and Missy sung for Devontae, and she got hooked up with them, and she's like, "Yo, I got my man that produces music, Timberland." So that's how they got their start, and they all moved to Jersey, and that's when all that bullshit went down with Devontae and the bullying and all that. It's a very interesting story. And Timberland was on Drink Champs, and I was waiting. I watched it. I was waiting for him to go into detail about that, but he didn't really say anything. I don't know if there's like some court or if there's something like some legally binding agreement where he's not able to discuss that openly, but I hope when they do the Jodeci biopic that they kind of show something alluding to that. You know what I mean? I think that would be pretty interesting. I mean, it would put Devontae in a negative light, but it's the truth. You did this shit, Yeah. So I mean, what about y'all? I mean, who would y'all like to see a biopic of?
Man, a biopic. I would like to see Mary J. Blige.
Does it have to be music?
Well, it's a biopic. Yeah. I mean, who would you want to see? I mean, yeah, just say it. What you got? What you got, big bro?
Yeah, I want a real Mike Tyson one, man.
They got that right now. Jamie's playing him.
Man, Jamie, man, he ain't big enough. Like,
he got him down, dude. He got you gotta watch. You gotta YouTube.
I want to see Mike destroy people, yo. Because either that, like music wise, I don't really know. They already got a Nas one out, so I don't really know, man.
Yeah, I want to see it too. I mean, we've seen that movie with Michael Jai White that was on HBO called Tyson, and they didn't do bad with that one. I like that one too. But it'd be good. It'd be cool to see like you know, with all the CGI shit that we have and technology, they can like kind of recreate these Tyson moments. Mike was Mike would be a good one. Music wise, I'd like to see a nice authentic a Michael Jackson story. I guess it would have been nice for them to done like a Biggie versus Tupac movie, like kind of blended all of them together. But I don't know, they would have cooperations.
They should let Netflix do the movies, because apparently they're better than these damn Lifetime biopics and BET biopics.
I want to see Menudos.
BET shit be kind of good, like they
Bobby Brown story. The Bobby Brown story was good. The New Edition, I still watch that on Hulu. Faithfully, I know that movie back and forth. I want to, you know what? What about Menudo? We'll watch a Menudo fucking biopic. Learn about Ricky.
That'd be wild.
Let's see who.
We already seen Eminem, because we seen B Rabbit, so.
Yeah. We got Papa Doc and we got B Rap. No, see, new Kids on the Block, maybe. NSYNC or, but I don't know if their story is that compelling.
The Loaded Lux biopic.
Ain't nobody trying to see no damn Loaded. We'll see Smack. I'd rather see Smack, that way we can just see for 30 minutes of the movie and just show him progressing from a child doing fucking being Chewbacca. He can be Chewbacca. Yeah, doing it. Yeah, man. You know, so I think there'll be those will be some pretty good biopics to come. The Jodeci one is definitely being worked on right now. That not Jamie Foxx, but Jamie Foxx playing Mike Tyson biopic is definitely in the works. We'll probably get that around like 2021, 22 type thing. Linkin Park will be a good one, probably. I'm sure with my man, you know, committing suicide. So that story, to learn what he was going through, maybe from his wife, just to see how they, you know, what they, what they were dealing with, on stage and off stage. So yeah, so little buddy Tekashi 6ix9ine, he checked into, you know, when he got into prison, he got G-checked, of course. All that shit he was talking before, going in, saying he's untouchable, using the N-word, you know, so proudly. But now he's in, you know, obviously in prison, and all the Crips came and they G-checked him. For those who don't know what G-check is, you know, they came about, like, they wanted to see if he's really about that life of being you know, a gang member, or, you know, just a thug, or however you know, whatever synonym you want to use. And I guess it didn't go too well. This is what you you know, this is what you wanted though, right? This is what you wanted people to allude to the fact that you living like this, you that raw. And I'm not gonna begin to play with that shit, man. Like, that's nothing. You a short dude too. The motherfuckers like maybe 5'5", 5'6". They're gonna tear it. They're gonna make. You're gonna meet my man from the Boondocks inside.
You watch videos.
Yeah, yeah. And like, I like you, and I want you.
Ain't nothing he can do.
Yep, they're gonna tear that little ass up.
You about to get destroyed. Not my booty.
Yeah, man. But
you got people hair too. They gonna have fun with that nigga.
They gonna pray. Yeah, they're gonna curl his shit up. So I guess. So my question for you guys is, like, would you be able to survive in a solitary confinement, being in prison, being in lockdown? Honestly, do you think you built for it?
Yeah, that's mad workout time, yo.
Yeah, all right. So what's up when they try to come get that ass?
I won't be taking them booties. I'm just thinking.
Oh, you taking booties? All right, here you go.
I'm just they gonna take me. I'm taking them.
Yeah, you taking booties. Look at them booties. Wimp, wimp, wimp.
I'm gonna be the booty warrior. Booty is more important than water.
Water. I like you, and I want you. That shit is still creepy to me, man. That man said, if them cameras wasn't here, I'd take y'all booty.
Yeah, he said,
The
brother,
fuck?
man,
Yeah.
rape them.
Special. That is special right there. To say such a thing. That shit is that's too much. It's too much for me. Too much action. Yeah. I would that shit right there keeps me out of jail. I don't want that. I'm too pretty for jail. I'm man enough to say it.
Oh man.
I don't want no trouble. Fuck that. I work out on the outside, man. I know there's a lot of workout time and get you away from the wife for a little bit, but I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. So Ebony, what about you? You think if you went down for I don't know, selling shoes illegally or something, you had to go, would you think you could stay in lockup? Orange is the new black?
I couldn't stay locked up. I'd be crying like a bitch. I ain't even gonna lie. Hell no, I couldn't survive that.
Orange is the new black.
That's why I try to stay good. I don't, I'm like home dude. What's that in Boondocks? Not my booty. Yes, not my booty. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. Can't get locked up for nothing. I could not do it. Hell no, I'd be somebody's bitch in prison. I'm keeping it real. I'm a small person too. I wouldn't survive. Hell no.
And knock your little frail ass out. Yep, they try to get my tall ass.
I'd be holding somebody's pocket.
Look at that bald muscle bound bitch over there. That's what we're gonna call him.
As soon as I get into this prison, I'm about to be like, well, since I'm already in here, who wants me? Because I can't do nothing. I can't fight back. I'm weak.
Sure, you can try. You can try. But when they get that ass, it's on.
You have to take it.
Yeah, they coming for that ass.
Come on, I'm about to be like, come and get it.
Yeah.
Let's get it over with.
Yeah, but for Tekashi, I just I want to know how the rap game is going to respond to him once he returns. Supposedly he in there snitching. They moved him into a center where he's snitching.
No more. He's gonna be wanted on the street because those Bloods got people on the streets.
They're gonna kill him.
He can't. You gotta think. They saying they got him saying he killed Chief Keef's cousin. You think they must gonna let that shit slide?
Nope.
Hell
They put a hit. They put a hit out. Yeah, they got him. Yeah,
it's a big case.
He about to go down for. They're about to recharge him for another case talking about him having sex with a 13-year-old.
What it is, man, is he got to go into witness protection. He got to snitch.
Yep, he about to be Henry Hill. He about to be Henry Hill. Got to go.
They're trying to get him in jail, and those people are in his group. All he said, they gonna get him. You know how many people he done pissed off?
Oh yeah, all that trolling. 50 said, "Don't call me, and call your mama."
Oh yeah, he said it's his son. He said, "Call your mama." Hell yeah,
hell no, don't call me, call your mama. We don't want no game. We don't want no trouble, bro. Man, that's shit for the that shit for the bird. What we say? Yeah, so it's holiday season, and I know for me, I spent a hell of a lot of holidays away from the family. At first, it used to fuck with me. Still fucks with me to this day, but I guess I'm used to it. I don't think it gets better. I just think I'm used to it a lot of times. So I'll say for me, it used to really, really get to me when I first joined the military. I'd never gone without spending the holidays with family, whether we did much or not. They were there. I was there with them. So I'll say for you, with us being basically military, us being military, you guys get either do you guys feel sad around the holidays when you're away from home?
Everything?
Yeah, lately, these past few holidays, it is a little sad. I'm not gonna lie, especially Christmas time is, I think, one of the saddest. My mom passed away almost 2 years ago, so that was her favorite holiday. And when you getting older and you're growing up, you kind of change and you don't do the same things and the traditions that you did when you were younger.
Yeah.
Or you'd be like, you ain't got time for this. But then as you get older, and I'm beginning to think man, I shouldn't have been doing all this stuff, because now I'm just damn, I feel bad, But you want to celebrate, you don't know what to do. I used to do a lot of stuff for the holidays. I have people over. Now I don't do shit. So it's it is kind of stressful, and that, and the fact that us having family in 2 different locations, it's all right, you want to say, hey, we ain't gonna hang out with y'all, it's Christmas, people gonna get mad, but you gotta make a decision. Who you gonna go visit? His family, my family, you know? Traveling is stressful. So sometimes it's just like, man, it's a hassle, but at the same time, you want to keep traditions going around, you know?
Yeah. So what about you, big bro? I mean, I know you've been away from the house a lot like myself. So
Nope.
no sad. That motherfucker Stone Cold right there. He said nope.
Every once in a while, I want to go home, but like holidays, I really don't like the holidays. That's real. I don't. My parents put up trees. I be wanting to take it down. Like, I don't. The only thing I like is like food, holiday food. That's about it. But all the music and the putting up trees and lights, and when you the kid that have to do that shit, you don't like that shit. I know I don't.
I just want to put up the Christmas tree. You can never do the Christmas tree right in your mama's eyes.
Exactly, man.
Right, the tinsel ain't on. You done missed a spot.
My dad gave up putting up the Christmas tree, and every year it had to be me. Undoing lights and all that other shit. My dad would sit there and watch. Go on, do the tree, boy. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want to do this shit. Like,
yeah.
Oh man,
lights on the house and how they gonna get done and what you gonna do.
Dragging that stinking tree out, putting the tree together, going through all the bowls, making sure which ones are right. You know those little styrofoam ones with the little yarn around it you used to have?
Yeah.
Making sure the yarn ain't coming off, all that. Man, I ain't in for that shit. None of it. Put an angel on the tree or the star on the tree, they complain. I don't like it that way. Turn around. Just do it again. I like, man, forget that. I ain't putting up another tree. That's how I am too. I get tired of doing something, I ain't doing it no more. I became an adult. No more trees for me. If they want to put up a tree, she gonna put it up.
I do put up my little tree.
That's what I'm saying. And I don't help.
It's a small tree. I put it up for the kids. I do it for the baby.
Good, because it's something they'll remember. You know, once they get older.
I ain't gonna remember that shit.
Yeah, you good. You don't.
You do it every year. I mean, you doing it every year, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't gonna remember that.
You didn't say, oh, you
as long as you got friends, that's all they care about. Them kids don't care about no damn tree being up.
Some kids do and some kids don't. Some kids just like to look at the tree with the lights.
That's what I'm already saying. Santa Claus ain't real. You think she give a fuck about a tree?
Who told her that? Who told her Santa Claus ain't real?
She knows. She said the Christmas, the birth of Jesus.
What about Jesus? Is Jesus real?
Yes.
White Jesus. I don't believe in white Jesus.
Jeff, is Jesus real? How the hell Jesus gonna be white over in the Middle East? That's Sunday.
This is the thing. People stress so much about this damn Santa Claus. Let me tell you something. There's kids that don't even get shit for Christmas, and they good all year round. And you need to sit there and brag and be like, oh, look what Santa got me. Because I was good, but this kid is like, I was good too, but Santa didn't give me shit. So why am I going to fix my mouth to tell some kid, yeah, Santa Claus is going to get you some shit if you know the kid ain't going to get it? No. People put too much emphasis on that shit these days.
Yeah. So for me, yeah, I, this time of year, Mom has probably got the tree up already. Dad is probably, once he gets off of work, he's probably playing Temptations, Give Love on Christmas Day on repeat, and an old ass Motown Christmas albums with Jackson 5, Santa Claus is coming to town. So just hearing that shit kind of just reminds me of home. And what I'll do like around the holidays, I'll try to cook something a lot because that's what I would be used to seeing at home. So it almost makes me feel like I'm closer to home. But I mean, there's nothing like being there during those times, and hopefully one day I get in a position.
Come see us.
Yeah, it would be something, right? It'd be something if we can get our parents to come visit us. But that's a whole.
Come see us.
Oh yeah, well yeah, for sure.
You have a white Christmas.
I would love to have a white Christmas. We getting how many white? We gonna get white girls?
Yeah, we can find some.
We gotta get some white. What would it say? Alaskan bitches.
You don't want no Alaskan bitches now.
Ebony want one.
They had them earthquake holes.
Get Ebony and Alaskan bitches. Got white bitches, right, Asian bitches, West Indian bitches.
Live in Alaska, man. Hopefully y'all doing alright.
Yeah, I don't know about no damn Alaska, man, but yeah, they definitely had that. I know they had that big ass earthquake
Yes, they did.
And they had a tsunami.
You have a summer last
They had a tsunami warning. A tsunami warning. I said tsunami. Tsunami warning coming up too.
Yeah, that tsunami warning been out since Friday. Yeah, Jeff, you got a friend, that dude that you used to deploy with all the time. He still emails every now and then asking. Yeah, huh?
Castillo. Oh, Castillo.
Castillo. Yeah, Nick Kenny's.
Yeah.
Peter.
All right.
Out there.
So we talked about the holidays. So in addition to the holidays, you guys being a married couple, how do you guys handle like holiday planning? Like, how do you decide where, like, if you do go to like your parents' house, how do you decide which house you go to?
Who we went to last? So we say if we saw my family last, then we go visit his family next. But like if we can't make it to see either or, we just stay local. I mean, that's a free for all. Whoever want to come visit can come visit us. You know, it doesn't matter who.
And without airing anybody out, how often do people come to visit y'all?
It's rare. Like my family has came like 2 or 3 times, two times since I've been here. Yeah, that's about it. Like we had you that came to visit us, once.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get my ass back out there.
It's rare that we get people to visit us. Even when we go home, even when we go home to see our families,
yeah,
don't see us I can't, like sometimes you don't see all your siblings. They don't come and see you, and they be like an hour away or in the same town, and they don't come visit you. You got to come see them.
Yeah, now I'm about to be in a position where I got a little more flexing I can do, so I definitely want to get back out there, get back to them hills of Nebraska's, and go back to the Chinese was the Asian spot we went to.
The Asian
Korean lady, nigga. I don't even know why you saying
Korean barbecue. Let's try to figure out which Asian lady. Probably Korean barbecue that place.
Yeah, because I think Chubbs took us there when we got here.
Oh, because that's right.
He took us to the what's that hamburger joint? Stella's. Yeah, we took you there too. I had a picture with y'all walking with Phoenix, looking like a gay couple.
Yeah. Don't worry about what me and my man be doing when we with my baby.
Yeah, I had that picture.
Yeah, Phoenix had me watching what is it, Frozen, multiple times.
Yeah.
That's how long ago it was.
She still watches it. She still watches that Frozen.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the Lion King. I watch the Lion King faithfully, and discover new things.
You gonna see the new one?
Yeah, are you damn right? I'm going to see the new one. I'm gonna talk through the whole thing because I know every line. I'll be waiting to get my my James Earl Jones on. Everything the light touches.
The lines is gonna be changed, and you ain't gonna be able to do it.
I'm still gonna talk through the whole shit. I wish I was there too. Shit. Yep.
Man, I can't wait. I might go and see that.
Yeah, I get mad at Roberto now when he be talking through the movies, man. But I be doing that shit a lot too. Like, man, we barely be watching movies when we go.
Yeah.
You know what?
I can't watch movies with Jeff too much, so he don't like talking.
Well, I wish shit. Eb,
I ain't trying to talk during no Marvel movie, nigga.
I wish I might have to come out there by the time that Medea film come out, because that's the last one.
Oh yeah, I want to see that one.
And you was my Medea dog.
If it's like some other movie, I'll talk through it. If it's a Marvel movie, nah, bro.
No, because even when me and Mac would go with you, what was he always telling us, Mac? Shut up.
I know we used to do the thumb. We used to do the thumbs up shit. We used to do the thumbs up. I done passed that on to certain folk. That when we go to the movies, whenever we see the previews, to throw the thumbs up, whether or not we dig it or we don't.
He don't even like talking through the previews. I can't watch a movie. He don't like nobody talking through the movie like we do.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
He's not the typical black person that talks to the movies.
Oh yeah, he is. He might see Ashton. He might see a character that look like Ashton. Like, yep, they go Peb right there.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, and that Woody said he want to be a part of the show now.
Oh.
Woody, Walter. Yeah.
That fool went ghost on us like ages ago. Now he want to be part of the crew.
That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. I want y'all to discuss all that on air. That'll be awesome.
We should discuss it on air because we don't know what had happened.
That would, we want to know what had happened. So, good. So, I mean, so it's good to know about the the marriage and the holiday planning and things like that. One day, I'll sacrifice my my single days and become married. Yeah. I'll sacrifice my sanity and I'll get married. So Jeff, so that's what Jeff is implying. So I'll say that I'll sacrifice my sanity, and I said humanity. Damn. I'll sacrifice my sanity and get married. But that's for now. Take each day as it comes. That's pretty much it. So with all that being said, and I'm pretty sure all of us have been hurt by someone in our lives, and it's like how do you deal with how do you bounce back from that shit? So how does one, like, after somebody betrays your trust, how does one gain your trust back?
How does somebody gain my trust back? Ooh, that's the hard one. It's very hard to gain my trust back.
All eat buffet.
That's it. All you gotta do is go back. What, the Korean what is it, Korean buffet?
Sushi, man. You gotta take on all eating sushi buffet.
Shut up, you stupid.
Well, she fall for them snacks and goodies.
Phoebe might work. Phoebe might work. That might work.
Yeah. All right, but
all day.
in all seriousness, for me with trust, man, that consistency. That's how you earn trust. You earn trust. That's the same way you get it. You ever say you earn it back? It's just a lot harder because now I'm expecting you to fail. So it's like now I want to. Now it's like I want to see consistency. I want to see that you're doing right by me in person, or that you're reliable. That's really what it boils down to. And I don't know about the families y'all come from, but there's been a lot of broken promises, and that's from the head all the way at the top. I'm talking about parents down to cousins, siblings, all of that. And you get tired of that shit. You just want something reliable, and I pride myself on being an individual that likes to, whatever I say I'm going to do it. I'm not going to agree to something I'm not going to do. So that's just my personality. This is my take on how I live my life. So I mean, for you guys, say Jeff, like if somebody fucked you over, man, how would one gain your trust back if possible?
Oh man, it's probably harder with me than anybody else. I try to keep my circle small as possible.
Yeah.
So man, I don't even understand. Like there's people that I despise right now that I'll never trust again in my life. I'm gonna be real. And it's all based on situations that could be avoided and could have been trustworthy. I mean, I could go into explanation of it, like dropping kids off at the house while I'm there, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of situations that certain people I'll never trust them.
Okay.
Never.
Yeah. So
I don't know how to explain it, man. When someone's parent tell me they don't trust you and they trust me more than you, then I'm like, shit, that's kind of cruel.
Wow.
Man, I've never.
So what about you, Big Mama? What about you, Ebenezer?
People that's crossed me have been written off, and they don't.
I don't trust Ebony with my keys no more.
Shut your ass up! I told you what happened with those keys. I'm telling you. Sorry. So yeah, to gain my trust, man, no one's ever probably gained my trust. But I mean, no. I'd be like, you done. One strike, you out.
What about that person? How long does it take for a person to earn their trust when they mess up the macaroni and cheese at a family function?
They ain't never earning no trust. They done.
Ebony, now you have messed up some food. And I don't trust you in the kitchen. Don't be like that.
I messed up. What?
I messed up some food before, and you know what I'm saying, I bounced back.
You ain't got my trust in me.
Yeah, right. Everybody know I be beasting. Don't even act like that.
No, I beast.
Right.
I messed up on.
Hey, I ain't burn no greens, but I still got trust in somebody.
Wow.
Nigga, I didn't burn greens either.
Wow.
I ain't never cook greens.
I know you didn't. Your sister burned them.
The raggedy ass pot that we know always burning food.
But I still got trust in her because I know she got skills somewhere around them corners.
Sure, but how you gonna call niggas out? How you calling people out? So
I said, and I just say I trust her because she got some skills around some corners. Look at this nigga.
whatever. That pot burned them greens.
Man, yeah, I guess. We'll say it was a
That
pot.
pot, every time we cook with that pot, something get burnt. Don't lie.
The same pot. Mine didn't burn.
That's forever defensive.
Whatever. That was the first time. Anyhow.
That pot, if you don't watch that pot, man, it will burn your shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you leave stew in that pot, it'll fuck your stew up. Or gumbo,
This is my kitchen before. You can't just go in people's kitchen and cook and expect it to be like your own damn house.
I can.
Whatever. All I'm saying is, I don't know one person that's actually gay. Like, you have to cross me really.
I'm not gonna trust Phoenix to carry glass.
Hell no. That's a whole different type of trust right there. You don't trust no 6-year-old to carry no glass.
Well, you did.
Well, yes, that time, yes, we did. I knew it was going to end up.
I don't trust Ashton to take me home from Walmart.
I don't.
That nigga used to be driving crazy as shit, bro.
Yeah.
I lost trust when he drove past Krispy Kreme.
I remember that nigga got pulled over.
He was gonna stop at Krispy Kreme just for us. Me and Jeff was in the car in the back seat.
And he sped up. That motherfucker sped the fuck up.
I don't trust. I wouldn't trust my man around Alicia Keys.
Yo, I remember Ashton got pulled over, and the cop was like, "Yo, man, why you speeding?" That nigga said he was hungry.
Say, bruh, my bad, bruh. I want to get into that number 6 from August,
He was
bruh.
hungry. I ate all day, bro. Hungry. This nigga's stupid.
He's special ed, man.
Man, I was sitting there shaking my fucking head in the passenger seat. Like, I can't believe this nigga just told the cop he was hungry. That's a reason. Lord knows, man.
That's funny, bro.
Jesus.
But
you don't trust your man around Alicia Keys.
nope. I don't trust it. Nope. I wouldn't trust being on a track with who? Who I wouldn't trust being with on a track with.
Eminem.
Nope. I wouldn't trust. Nope. Eminem. Like, go ahead, and go before me. Nope. I'm not. Don't trust it. Not at all.
Nope.
I wouldn't trust being in the room with 50 Cent and Ja Rule at the same time.
Oh man, that nigga, I wouldn't trust shit at all, yo.
Nope.
Soon as shit go down, he gonna write something. He gonna tweet some funny ass shit.
Nope, not at all. I wouldn't trust a Trump supporter at a
Even feel that nigga had like a turkey sandwich or some shit in a pile of money. He was like,
yeah. I wouldn't trust a Marvel TV series on Netflix.
man, fuck Disney. Disney buying all this stuff out on purpose.
The
now.
motherfuckers getting canceled, yo. They cancel everybody but Jessica Jones.
No, because Jessica Jones is already being made. That's why it's not canceled.
Well, they cancel.
They're one of their top 10's highest watched shows, and they canceled it. I think it was like in the top 5. They canceled it.
That's all right, cause Wolverine gonna be in the new Avengers and Avengers Annihilation. I'm looking forward to it.
So that's why they did that, because Disney is trying to get all their streaming services. That's why all their movies they said they're not gonna have on the other stations no more.
Yeah.
They all get the streaming service.
Yeah, that's what's up. I got to have it.
Agents of Shield they canceled that. Agents of Shield got like one more season.
I don't trust. I tell you what else I don't trust. I don't trust that Rail TV series. Nope.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's good. I mean, it's good that a black TV show came on, but it doesn't. That shit just don't work. I like the seriousness of it. Like when he had, I don't know if you guys have been watching it, but when they had the gangs inside like the laundromat or whatever, and he at his apartment, and he was like trying to get his clothes and shit, but the gang members was down there, and then he was just talking about how like yeah, you know Rail, that motherfucker from Get Out and the Carmichael show, the brother.
Man, his shows is garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I think he better writers. Like as far as for their comedy style, I just feel like they could do better.
I think last episode was that Frederick Douglass Halloween episode. I was like, all right, I'm done.
I ain't watched it. I stopped watching after episode 4. I'll be honest with you. I mean, you got Sinbad back on the show. I wouldn't trust Charlemagne in a room full of people that got afflictions going on with them. I know he'd tear into them. I wouldn't trust Stephen A. Smith in a room full of Dallas Cowboy fans.
Man, his ass one day.
I wouldn't trust Shannon Sharp in a room full of Hennessy. They're gonna do something for two something.
Or yeah, he had the Hennessy in the
That dude, the fool, dog. That's my favorite. He is my favorite.
Said, what do you call it? His rocket time or some shit he said on TV. It's like rocket time. They motherfucker pulled out a big ass bottle of fucking Hennessy.
I wouldn't trust Floyd I wouldn't trust Floyd Mayweather with a prompter. Expecting him to read that.
Hell no.
That motherfucker need braille gloves. I don't understand, man.
They sleep all night.
Yeah, and the fight. Yeah, and I guess we'll talk about that in the locker room. I'm gonna try to get a locker room episode coming up soon, so I can talk about what my issues I had with the fight. I had some issues with it, a lot of issues, but that's a whole other thing. I appreciate that, man.
Hey, she just cussed me out earlier today.
Okay, I wouldn't trust Ebony being happy with Jeff. All right, cool. No, Jeff, you got anything you want to put the folks on, man? Video game wise,
online called Down the Rabbit Hole, and there's an experiment that was done like in the 60s and 70s I was telling you about. Look up Down the Rabbit Hole and the Rat Experiment, yo.
The Rat Experiment, yeah, I do.
And so you're gonna find some fucked up shit. That's gonna fuck your mind up, and then get back at me.
Alright, well,
down in the comments, man. Go watch it.
Yeah.
And then think about society right now as a whole. You'll be fucking shocked.
Of course. Well, of course you can follow the show on 2 Cents the podcast on Instagram. I think there's a Snapchat for it too. But you can follow Romy Mac 2 Cents on the official Romy Mac page. At or official Romy Mac page on Instagram. Follow the 2 Cents Podcast Central blog on Facebook. We'll get more interactive with that. I'm gonna try to start putting out some things and see if we can get some folks to to engage a little bit more. But that's also from me, Romy Mac, from Karumbe, from Sugar Booger, from Phoenix, from Logan, Saber Wolf, the dog. Sabretooth, all of them, every X-Men, powerful. We out. Peace.